you probably haven't often been on the other side of performance like Alvin, a running game like that. But, you know, in the times that you have, how debilitating can that be for an opposing defense to have a team just, you know, chunk yards, touchdowns on the ground?
Yeah, I think an important part of just good defense, you have to be able to stop the run and force teams to be one-dimensional in already a tough, you know, passing game. And so when you can't do that, it's going to be a long day. But sometimes no matter how much you plan and are prepared, you go up against somebody that's special like Alvin. And when he's rolling, you got a tough day on your hands.
Amos Morrell?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, you know, as you guys head into this final game of the regular season, what are some of the goals and things that you're hoping to accomplish?
The mission hasn't changed. We've had one goal since we entered the season. The mission hasn't changed. So we close now. Got one goal in the bag, but the mission not complete. Got to keep going.
Amy Joss?
Yeah, winning on Friday, I guess it was super exciting, another division title, but not everything so positive with Quan leaving due to his injury. Just how tough was that to see somebody who's really become a big part of this defense and this team go down like that?
Yeah, it's tough because, you know, something like that happened to one of your brothers. And I always emphasize, like, you know, our locker room and how we're like family. And I don't know if anybody's came in and jailed with a group as fast as Quan has. So it's tough because you feel that pain for him, but he's a strong dude, strong mental mind, and you know, it's a minor setback for a major comeback for him. So he'll be good. Definitely, it just puts an extra chip on our shoulders to go and do it for our brother. So.
Luke Johnson?
Demario, I was wondering if there was any like noticeable like kind of turning point for you all when you really felt like you were starting to play kind of your best football defensively this year.
I don't know when the exact turning point was, but we knew we didn't play as high level as we could early on in the season with as talented group as we have and as much preparation as we put into our craft. So when things just started to catch stride, it was just something that we had expected all along. But I think we never really focused on why it wasn't happening. We just, you know, just tried to focus on the things that we needed to correct and try to do that.
I guess is that kind of the point when you have like a really good defense is to kind of, or when you're confident in your team is to just kind of keep plugging away and be confident that it'll come around. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, you know, since I've been here, we've been fortunate to win a lot of games, and so you don't win a lot of games without doing a lot of things right. And we've had a lot of success on defense, and you know, our kind of mentality was to go from good to great this year, and so we certainly felt like the things that we were doing were taking us in that direction. And early on, we weren't getting those results, but John Wooden talks about that a lot, one of the greatest coaches of all time, and DA talks about it a lot. It's about, you know, focusing on the process, and when you focus on the process, the rest will take care of itself. And so I don't think we ever looked at the results and tried to fix the results. We just continued to critique our process, and you know, it's paid off. And that's certainly going to have to be intact as we go down this final stretch.
Amy Joss?
Yeah, in the history of the NFC South, there have been a couple teams that have won the Super Bowl, a couple other teams that have made it, but no team has swept the rest of the division in the regular season. I guess, what does that say about the division itself? And then what does that say about this team that y'all have a chance to do it this week?
It's a tough division. You know, a lot of good teams, a lot of good quarterbacks, a lot of good defenses, a lot of talent. So it's important, you know, to get this win because it helps us go where we're trying to go and do what we're trying to do. And it's the next game. But I don't think sweeping the division was necessarily on our goal sheet, you know, and so it'll be nice, but the mission at the end is what's most important.
And last question for John DeSouza.
Mario, this isn't a sudden death situation. These aren't a playoff game, but you guys still are playing for something pretty significant these last couple of games. Does that make them kind of feel like a playoff atmosphere?
Yeah. We've had the mindset that we've been in the playoffs for the last 2 weeks. That's just our mentality. And so you don't know what's going to happen across the league. So, you know, you just win your game and let the rest take care of itself. And that's what you have to do in the playoffs.